Okay, so welcome to Tactics and Touchlines. Today we are going to have a discussion about the Premier League games coming up this weekend. The biggest game, the London Derby, Tottenham Spurs versus Chelsea. And in this game, we are going to discuss with our pundits. What do they think? Thomas Frank, is he being inconsistent when it comes to the league and other games because he lost the EPL game against Newcastle? And we've seen him finding difficulties, grinding points against some of the lesser teams. Today, against Chelsea, how can he be able to turn things around? Enzo Maresca, is he also going around giving excuses on why he's not grinding points and not getting enough games? Chelsea are the only team this season in the first half are leading by 1 goal and will go on to lose the game. So now the best thing is these two teams are not showing any consistency in the league. So I'm going to find out from my pundit, what should we expect from this London Derby? Today we have a new guest on our show, Akwesi, joining our show. So we welcome Akwesi onto the show. Then we'll move on to today's discussion between Tottenham and Chelsea. Akwesi, you are welcome to Tactics and Touchline.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is the family. The family, we have Prince, we have Raf, and also Sam, who will join us very soon. So this is the family on Tactics and Touchline. Okay, so remember this show is brought to you by MyBet.Africa. Today, MyBet.Africa said going into this Premier League weekend, we should tell you that they have the Bet Builder option. And with the Bet Builder option, you have the chance to make selection of up to 10 different options on one game. So Tottenham versus Chelsea, you can go for a Chelsea win, a Tottenham win, both teams to score a 1.5, bookings, corner, every option you're looking at happening in the game. It limits your chances of losing. Inconsistent when it comes to some of the games. They drew against Wolves, they lost point against Villa, and now they are playing a team in Chelsea. What do you think is wrong with Thomas Frank's setup, especially for Tottenham Spurs?
Yes, I feel Thomas Frank is still experimenting. He has been very inconsistent in terms of his team setup. There are games he will play very well. First 3 games for the Premier League, he did very well. And I mean, everybody even tipped Spurs to go ahead and then be in the first 2 or first 3 at the end of the season. But the team has dropped a little bit. They have become a bit inconsistent. Now, individual players who play a key role. Now, last season, they had a certain Kulusevski, who was a very key member of the team. But then, unfortunately, he's out injured. Xavi Simons is now getting used to the Premier League, just like Florian Wirtz. He's coming from the German league. They are finding a bit difficult getting used to the Premier League. He's going to be fine. Xavi Simons, when he has his A game on board, excellent player by all standards. So I feel for the attacking role as well, currently Dominic Solanke is there, Richarlison is there, and then he has the new striker, Matthias Tel. So
and also
currently he's looking exactly. He has a lot of options at hand. He's still experimenting. He's not confidently enough to say that this is my first team or something. Maybe the back 4 is okay, the middle might be okay, but the attack he's still looking for, because as of now, Kudus Mohamed is a starter. As a Ghanaian, I'll be a bit biased with that. Kudus Mohamed is a key member of his team currently. Most of his goals are coming from Kudus Mohamed. Either he creates or he assists the assister, or maybe he assists himself. So I feel Spurs have been inconsistent. They are going to get their feet, but for now, Thomas Frank is still experimenting. He's going to get his team and they're going to go.
Okay, so we're looking at this. Do you think the Tottenham fans should be patient with Thomas Frank, especially with the signings they've made this season? You looking 100%. At what Ange did last season, winning them the Europa, he was sacked. Now Thomas Frank is in and they are looking at the inconsistency. Do you think, as you are saying, he's experimenting, he's not getting the right players in play, or the formation, you feel there is an issue with it?
Let me say this. At Brentford, he was working with a very thin budget, where he did whatever he wanted to do. He allowed the team to play to his style. So he's in a team where there are big boys in there. They are big boys with ego, the Richarlisons, the Kulusevskis, the Kudus Mohameds. Unlike at Brentford, where he was the main man, he was the one dictating the pace for each and every player. The players basically had respect, I'm not saying they don't respect him at Tottenham, but he's meeting big boys who can, tell you they won't do this or they will do that. He's in a team where they want him to attack. He's in a team where they want him to entertain the fans. Unlike Brentford, they were okay with where they were. They were a middle table team. They wanted to be where they were. But Tottenham Hotspurs, they demand more. And Thomas Frank is not used to that expansive style of playing, whereby his team will attack here and there, leaving his back exposed. At Brentford, he was a bit solid defensively, liked using the long balls, liked using set pieces, liked using long throws. But at Tottenham Hotspur, he's finding the balance. But I'm very sure I trust Thomas Frank. He can do better, and Tottenham are going to do well again.
Okay, so Prince, let's look at from the Chelsea side, Enzo Maresca. Fans are complaining he's giving excuses when it comes to winning games because if you are looking at the league table as of now, the team from winning positions to lose games, Chelsea are leading and they've lost 6 points from winning positions. Do you think is a big concern for him as a coach? Is it the reason of younger players he's having in his setup, or you think that he's not putting up enough plan to help his team win games comfortably?
All right, I think for Chelsea, some way somehow we can cut Enzo Maresca some slack because coming into this season, he had a major blow from his defense where Liverpool picked up an ACL and I think was ruled out. So and it was just fortunate that around that time the window hadn't even closed yet. So I think the management should have quickly gotten someone as a backup, if it was even on loan, like the way we have Henkapi as a loan player for now. You get a player who will play a loan. You're not going to get him permanent to increase the wage bill or something, but because there's Sterling who is at home, who is also taking money without making any work for it or working towards it. So to not to raise the wage bill of the team, at least get a player on loan, then at least it gets to there's a what's the name? It's being shared among the two teams. So it helps to stabilize the back line for Chelsea, because you can clearly see that the biggest problem of Chelsea this season has been their defense. When you watch the match they played against Sunderland, you could see that the second goal and even all the two goals from Sunderland came from a defensive error. You can clearly see that the game they played against Bayern Munich, it was a similar thing with defensive error. So Enzo Maresca might not take the full blame in this situation, but the management should also bear cost, because if we are going for a full season where last season Enzo Maresca had quality in squad depth, he had bench, he had teams that he had a squad number that he can divide the team into two. There were some that are playing for Conference League. There were some that were playing for League. Yeah. You get it. So if you are going into a season where he has been able to get the team into playing in Champions League, and as a critical defender that you need so much has picked up on it, I think the best thing the manager should have done was to get him a defender. And one more thing about Enzo Maresca is I think he needs to sack the boys up. I don't know if what is happening with the red captain. I just don't know. But the indiscipline is too much. He needs to speak to the guys, because when you do that, you cause the team so much. Remember the match he played against? I think the match he played after United game. You had missed. I think Tosin on a red card. Sanchez was also on a red card. So because already the defense, and I think the game you played against, I think a match after United, you had to play.
Was a Champions League game that he also had another red card.
Yeah, the champion, a champion guy and some other guy were both playing defense, and they all got injured in that game. It got to a time Resilience has to come and play in defense. So I think I won't put too much blame on Maresca. There are times his substitutions are out of place. He gets the substitution wrong and it causes the team. But all in all, I think going forward, he needs to just fasten his seat belt well, get some players, side them up, and at least getting some 3 points in there, and they are good to go.
Okay, so Akwesi, let's look at this fixture. Last season, Chelsea did a double over Tottenham Hotspur home and away. And looking back in 10 fixtures between these two teams, Tottenham has only got a win and a draw against Chelsea. Chelsea have won 8 out of these fixtures. Is it a London derby that form doesn't play in, or you think this is the time Chelsea needs to dominate again, as they've always been doing?
Okay, thank you, boss. And then straight away, this game, I think Thomas Frank from Brentford coming, straight away, he coached Brentford, and then when he came to Tottenham Hotspur, he hasn't gotten that time, and I think he still need time to develop. Although they've gotten some signings of Xavi Simons, the lives of Mohamed Kudus. Yes, talking about Mohamed Kudus, he is one kind of player. He combined creativity with goals, and then his first season at West Ham, you see, he was so excellent for West Ham United. So I think he still needs some quality in Tottenham Hotspur set up. Yes. So talking about the attacking role, I think the center forward or the striking role, I think Thomas Frank still need a striker who can compete with the likes of Dominic Solanke and then Richarlison. They have not given a lot to Tottenham Hotspur. And then I think Tottenham versus Chelsea, Enzo Maresca hasn't been consistent. Straight away, he won the Club World Cup. That was a remarkable result from Enzo Maresca. And then, like you guys were saying, I think there still needs some experience in the back line. I think there are some potholes in the back line that they need to fill. Yes, although injuries are hitting those defenders in the back line for Chelsea. So I think they need some experienced players in the back line for them to compete. I think Enzo Maresca is one type of coach who was being under Pep Guardiola. So his style of play is more of attacking. So from Leicester City to Chelsea, he brought some attacking football to Chelsea. So I think Chelsea will attack. Yes, Chelsea will attack. And then Thomas Frank, he's more of going with the 4-4-2 formation, playing Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison up front. Yes, he's more of, and then he doesn't have the philosophy in his games. I don't know whether he still needs time. Yes, and then he still needs time. So I think I will not be surprised if Thomas Frank and his side beat Chelsea, because this is a team who the lives of Jess Spence, Pedro Porro, experienced like Mickey van de Ven, and then midfield you have Bentancur, Rodrigo, you have the lives of Papi Matassa, and then you have quality to compete.
Paulina.
Yes, João Paulina. Yes, a lone player from Bayern Munich. Yes. So this is a side that beats Manchester City, and I think this is a rivalry match that everything can happen. So I will go for Chelsea to win this game, because head-to-head speaks a lot about Chelsea having an upper hand on Tottenham Hotspur. So I think Chelsea has the advantage to beat Tottenham Hotspur due to Thomas Frank not getting that consistent. Although both coaches hasn't got that consistent, but you could see Enzo Maresca has that experience than Thomas Frank.
Yes. So looking at the game, with your scoreline prediction, what do you think the scoreline would be?
This is a slight win. I think it will go with 1-0 against Tottenham or 2-1. Yes.
Okay. So Prince, looking at this game, what do you think the scoreline would be?
I think just to add a bit to what Akusi said, you can clearly see that there's enough squad quality in terms of in the hands of Thomas Frank, but unfortunately he sometimes has issues with how he's going to put them together, because at times he bench Sarr and play Paulina and all that. I don't know why he keep missing his rhythm, because at times you realize that the pattern is working well. The next game he changes it and messes everything out. So it might just be a slight win, maybe Chelsea 2-1 win, or maybe it could even be a draw. But I think getting that edge over Tottenham.
Okay, Ralph, what do you think the scoreline of this game would be?
Ben, before I give you the scoreline, this is a justified increase for Kudus Mohamed.
Okay.
Didier Drogba has said earlier this week that he likes Kudus Mohamed, and we'll push Kudus to the Chelsea team by force. Kudus must play for Chelsea.
I think now it will be a very big.
Don't you have any?
Tottenham don't sell players.
Oh, Prince, he will play for Chelsea. Oh, man, I don't know the last time. I I don't know the last time Chelsea signed a player from Spurs. Has it happened? At the last time you guys
Chelsea
tried
have
signing
never
Luka
signed a
Modric.
player from Spurs.
Yeah, yes. Because I remember Dan Levy never gave that Luka
Because
Modric to Chelsea.
Chelsea tried signing Modric, it didn't work. They tried Guy
It didn't work.
Yeah, so I don't know. Now Daniel Levy is not
It
around.
will be
Maybe they
difficult.
will
It will
try
be
to
very, very
change things.
difficult.
Yes. So let's look at some of the other
So
fixtures that will be going
yes.
on. Let's look at Liverpool. Liverpool against Aston Villa at Anfield. I want to start from you, Raf. What is going on with Liverpool? And now it's like Arne Slot has turned into the media's favorite, coming into the media and giving them headlines, content to be able to go out and sell their papers, sell their pages, sell their platforms. Is Arne Slot now folding with the pressure of the Premier League, or you think now is the time he needs to sit up as a manager and show he's one of the best managers in the world?
Ben, please, before Raf comes in, I think
Please, why?
I think and it's not is making it work easier for it's competing with Jamie Carragher now, because I think you should go and join Jamie Carragher.
The Pandits.
The Pandits.
Hey, I'm ready than you.
So, Ralph, what is going on with Arne Slot? Because if Liverpool are to lose this week, meaning Liverpool would lose for the first time in their Premier League career 6 games on a row. And it goes to 1902, the last time Liverpool lost this much of games on a row in the Premier League. And I think there's a lot of question marks around this whole conversation, especially playing against an Aston Villa team, which is now on top form.
Ben, we have discussed this topic. We've said, I don't know. See, Arne Slot wants to disgrace the team. I don't know. Yes, they will try to massage and sugarcoat it. He needs time, and he's a manager. Even Mikel Obi was this week telling us that Diogo Jota is dead, and for that reason,
it's affecting Mohamed Salah.
It's affecting Mohamed Salah. Hey, Mikel Obi, are you part of the team? We won the league last season, and we've bought good players. It's a difficult thing to take. I mean, losing the player, but at least look, Ben. When a team is even in transition, when a team is trying to shape up, these losses are too many. Look, it's not about we losing per se, but the performance is also bad as well.
Yes.
We were playing against the Crystal Palace yesterday, and you could clearly see that Liverpool were going to lose the game.
And I want to ask you this question from the Crystal Palace game. Don't you think Arne Slot should have fielded his first 11 for them to gain confidence playing against Palace than going with just young academy players?
Ben, he was scared. He doesn't want to start them for them to lose and then they will bash him again. He was scared to start the key players. He doesn't want to start Ekitike and the big boys so that when he loses, they will power pressure on him. So he decided to play. Glasner has found a way to beat Arne Slot, hands down. And for now, Liverpool, there's nothing we can say when we are being bashed for saying people are saying that we won the league based on luck last season. Isn't it obvious? Look at how he's playing. Look at how he's setting our team up. We played a team basically yesterday, and there was no key player in the team. I mean, the team was in shambles. Like nothing was working for Liverpool. And Arne Slot is not learning from anything. We are being bullied here and there, playing some 18-year-old Morrison, Gomoha, and all those. Who can't even play. Ben, I guess Aston Villa is a very big game. And now no team is scared to play against Liverpool anymore. When the club said Anfield is a fortress. Let's make it difficult for opponents to come to Anfield and beat us. But now it is easier. I don't know what to say. I can't even be bold and predict that. Ben, if I say we win, I'm deceiving myself. If I say Liverpool win 3-0, I'm lying. Because performance is not good. It's on paper. We are not playing well. Ben,
Prince is smiling.
He's happy. When your friend is your brother is down, you are happy. No problem. So Ben, we against Aston Villa. I don't want to go much into the game, but whatever happens, Liverpool should just avoid a defeat on that day.
Okay. And looking at the games, Liverpool playing Villa, Real Madrid, and Manchester City within a space of like 3 weeks. Do you think it's a big time for Arne Slot to turn things around? And if he's to go these 3 games with a defeat, should he be sacked as a Liverpool manager?
Ben, the team has been there before Arne Slot came. People came and people have seen this. We have been there before Slot came. When he was a Feyenoord. Some of us were being in the team when he was playing in the Dutch league. If he comes and he's not playing well, he will go. Respectfully, we have managers who wants to coach this great team. Ben, as you said, if we lose to Villa, it is highly possible, 70% sure banker, that Madrid can whip us at Anfield, and the Manchester City as well.
Okay.
I don't see, Ben, I'm disturbed. This question, I wanted you to answer it yourself, but since you gave it to me, I have no option than to also have a bite. Ben, go, carry on.
Yeah, today is like you're very emotional.
Hey, please, wait. Ben, I beg you, the emotional man is there.
You're very emotional with Liverpool. But to me, I think Arne Slot from Aston Villa's game should look at switching formations now, because Liverpool are being bullied in the middle too much. And I think he needs to be solid with the back. Maybe switching to a 3-back or a 5-back system may help. Liverpool have the quality to play a 5-back formation with Kekes maybe being the left centre back, Robertson being the left wing back. Maybe if Frimpong is available, Frimpong can play from the right. Then that would give the freedom of Mohamed Salah, Ugo Ekitike, either Isak or Gakpo up front.
Ben, I would like to ask you a question. You are the host, but let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Is Salah droppable? Is it possible Mohamed Salah can be dropped? Because I've been thinking about it for some time now.
As of now, Salah can't be dropped because Arne Slot will be under pressure. The moment you drop Salah and Liverpool are still losing, the fans will be on you that Salah will have taken 1 or 2 chances. Maybe another player would come in and miss.
Ben,
so now that is why I'm saying that he needs to come up with a system that would now protect Salah from not tracking back more. Because if it's a 5-back system, Frimpong would have to track back more. Salah, Florian Wirtz, or maybe Ugo Ekitike up front, they would have less work in tracking back. So Liverpool would have the chance to defend with 5 and maybe a DM in Endo who would also help in the defending. So that at least if he can start keeping clean sheets, scoring 1 or 2 goals, they can build the confidence. Then from there, you look at now getting good results. So let's see how Arne Slot is looking at fixing this Liverpool team. Let's move on. Okay, so Prince, let's look at Arsenal against Burnley. They'll be visiting Burnley, and if you've watched Burnley at home this season, you could know that they're one of the teams that are difficult to beat at home. Liverpool went there and just got a penalty in the last minute to win against Burnley. Arteta's side, in the month of October, went the whole month without not conceding a goal. And I think if Arsenal are to keep on with this type of style, this type of play, they might get to beat that 15-goal record Chelsea has in the Premier League. Let's look at this game. As an Arsenal fan, are you happy with the clean sheet your team are trying to keep? And do you have the confidence you'll be able to beat that Chelsea 15 goals record?
For now, with the Chelsea's record, I think Arteta, just like any other Arsenal fan, would want to take a game at a time. I don't think we are too much in a haste to want to go and chasing after any record or anything to break. We are just taking it a game at a time because it's a long season. The season still has a lot of matches to come by. So I think we'll just take it just a game at a time. October was a perfect month for us. Yesterday, I posted on my status that November should watch what October did and do the same thing.
And give you the same thing.
And give us the same thing. So November, as it's coming up, we've already sent a caution to November that you should just look at what October did. And with the Burnley game, fine. I saw how they played against Liverpool. They really gave Liverpool a tough time. They sit very deep. At least whenever they are playing against this tough side, this big names, they want to sit deep and use their counter attack. They have this South African striker.
And Foster.
Yeah, very good guy. The least give him, he can punish you. So just like our most efficient weapon we have now against this team that sits very deep is a set piece. So I think they also look at how they wouldn't want to make maybe a cost any set piece.
Give out a lot of set pieces.
We get it when we're playing against Crystal Palace the last time. You can clearly see that their coach
Oliver Glasner
was cautioning the players not to give out set piece. So when I think one of their players had a tackle on Saka that resulted to the goal. You could clearly see on the face of the Glasner that he was so disappointed because he had cautioned the players not to give us set piece. So teams like this, definitely there's a way out. The corners are going to come in, the set pieces are going to come in. So definitely we'll still find a way. I don't think we're going to stretch the game to the far end, just like how Liverpool did against them and had to get a penalty at the last end of the game. I believe so that Burnley won't stand a chance. Honestly, Burnley won't stand a chance.
Okay, so I want us to look at two stats this season, especially when it comes to this game. Burnley, in 18 games, hasn't scored more than one goal, like per game. They haven't scored more than one against Arsenal. So meaning they find it very difficult scoring goals against Arsenal. And we know this season, one of the best defense in the league is also Arsenal. So this favors Arsenal. But the other stat I want us to look at is Arsenal in the league now has the fewest yellow cards compared to last season where Arsenal had a lot of red cards. What do you think Arteta has been able to do to make sure that now there is discipline in the team, there is less yellow card coming to Arsenal, and also now they are going into games not even receiving any red card this season so far?
I think one of the people we need to keep some praise on is Gabriel Heinz.
Okay.
That guy that came in from Argentina is a coach. That guy is just good. Anytime we're about to start a match, you see him going in between the players and speak to them and encourage them, strike their mind, especially with the defenders, because he was a defender back then United. So he sacked the boys up because, and I think it has to do with the style of play we are playing now, how we are playing, how we set up. I think we tend to hold much of the ball, and we don't give the ball away like that. And the way on these teams come against us, they want to sit deep. So it doesn't give you the chance to want to lose the ball and go for 50 tackles and all this, because most of you are controlling the pace of the game. You are in possession, you are dominating the entire game. So that doesn't really give you that chance to want to go into a tackle and all that. And I think it has to do with discipline. It has to, just like I mentioned with the Chelsea team, it has to do with discipline. And Arteta spoke with the guys, and I think they're doing so well. Kudos to them.
Okay, so looking at this game, tactically, do you think Arsenal will be able to win this game with a clean sheet? And also, what scoreline are you looking out for?
Yeah, just like I keep saying, now, aside the fact that Arsenal teams are looking at how to stop Arsenal from getting a set piece or scoring from set piece, teams would now have to also consider how to score against Arsenal, because that's another issue to have to. Yeah, and Burnley, that just like the start you said, don't score much goals. I think they've not scored 2 goals against Arsenal before.
2 goals per game, against Arsenal.
I don't see them scoring a goal against Arsenal, and we might have a 2 or 3-0 win against them.
Okay, a 2 or 3-0 win against them. Remember, this show is brought to you by MyBet.Africa. Go on to the description, click the link, and register with MyBet.Africa. They are #1 betting platform, a truly Ghanaian company. So if you are betting with them, you are rest assured that if you have any issue, and also with their platform is very user friendly. So go on to the description, click the link, register and bet with them. And after registering, go on to when you log in, you now use the TT pod to be able to now log in and get a free bet with MyBet.Africa. So join the MyBet.Africa family and be part and win amazing with us. As you are giving you content, telling you what you need to know about the games, then you also add that to your prediction so that it becomes easy for you to pick some cash with them. Akwesi, I want us to look at your team, Man United, against Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest are to beat Man United this time, it means 4 consecutive wins against Man United. The last time something like this happened was in 1910. With Ruben Amorim and Man United, what do you think has been the change? For now, the team are winning comfortably and picking up points game by game.
I think Manchester United's side, this is a team who has lost confidence and then winning mentality for the past decade since I think Alex Ferguson left the team. And then there are a lot of coaches who has come for the job, like you could see David Moyes, the likes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then Jose Mourinho and those staffs. This is a new Manchester United side. Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon coming to coach Manchester United. And then his season, he didn't get that confidence in. Yes, I understand it was his first Premier League experience, so I will pardon him for that.
Yeah.
And then this is Amorim, who is more interested in the three-back system. You could see our last games, he uses Maguire, and then I think this player, Luke Shaw. Yes,
sure.
with a three-back system, and that wasn't helping Luke Shaw, who comes from injury and then now recovering from his injury thing. And yes, so Amorim has done something that we need to give.
I think Martinez is back.
Martinez, but I don't think he'll be able to start.
Alessandro Martinez, yes. Yeah. So he needs his credit. Our past 3 games, our game against Brighton, me personally, I wasn't expecting that high margin win, with the likes of Mbuemo scoring those brace and then Kuna getting his first goal for Manchester United. Yes. So that was also a good one from there. And then from his win against Liverpool gave me a lot of confidence that this coach needs a lot of time to build his confidence and winning mentality. So against Nottingham Forest, this is a side who has a stubborn players like Hassan Odoi, the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White in the midfield, who can also pull a surprise. As you were saying, they've stand on our neck for some time. Yes,
for 3 consecutive
I think
wins now.
Our past 3 games just explains a lot that Manchester United will just walk over Nottingham Forest. This is not a match that we should hesitate on playing. Yes, I understand Nottingham Forest are 18th on the Premier League table, which they are battling out with a relegation. Yes, so this is a side who how do I call it? Changing coaches in and out. Yes, so I don't think Nottingham Forest pair his last matches with a lot of lose. I don't think he can stand in the way Manchester United is doing. So we have to just sort everything out by giving our fans the joy that we've lost in the past days. Yeah.
Okay, so looking at your goalkeeper, Jens Lehmann, do you think he has been that inclusion that has really turned things around for Man United?
Sure. He has been excellent. Although David De Gea left the team, and then we got Onana with Manchester United, and then Lames. This is the 10 of Lames. One thing I love about that goalkeeper is that he calculates his times very, very well. He knows how to anticipate, and then he knows how to dive, and then just saves a lot of threats from our opponent. So he has done very, very well. He needs a lot of playing time to build his confidence. Playing the Premier League isn't for the weak, and it is not easy at all. Really, really complicated. So he has done a very, very good job. So under Amorim, I know he will excel very, very well.
Okay, so with this game, what scoreline are you looking out for? Are you going to see both teams scoring? Are we going to see at least United getting a high scoring like they did against Brighton? What scoreline are you looking out for?
Exactly. I expect Amorim and his boys to give us another high goal scoring margin, like 3 goals or 4 goals will be okay for us.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 goals or 4 goals.
I want us to look at one big game happening this weekend. That will be our final game for the review. Manchester City against Bournemouth. And I think Bournemouth, after selling almost 80% of their backline, still have one of the best performances in the league. They've been able to outperform what they did last season and even added more with new inclusions in their setup. Kepa Arrizabalaga moved back on loan to Chelsea, where he was sold to Arsenal. We have Dean Hawson moving to Real Madrid, Zabani moving to Paris Saint-Germain, Kekes moving to Liverpool. So now the only player that was left in their setup was Senesi. And now they are still grinding results here and there. Let's look at their coach, Areola, against Pep Guardiola. Do you think, Raf, he'll be able to outsmart Pep Guardiola on the day and at least get a point or even the full 3 points against Manchester City?
Man, Andoni, Areola is a very good manager. He's a quality manager. I mean, per the signings. Look at his signings. Unknown players, he turns them into top class players. Just look at how Zabani moved from Bournemouth to PSG. I mean, this is a big move. If not for the manager who has been able to mold these players into top class players. Look at Kluivert, our big Kluivert himself. Look at his son doing so well. He has some nice players in there, quality players in there. Liverpool were able to pick against. I mean, all boils down to the manager and the system he plays for the club. Now he's meeting the big boy himself, Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest managers in the Premier League. I mean, he's going to come up against a tactical genius. But unfortunately, Guardiola has also dropped some. I mean, this was 3 seasons ago, it was a hands-down win for Pep Guardiola. But now the game has evolved. These young managers are learning. The game is evolving around them. They are learning a lot of ways to beat these new ones. So I will not be bold to say Guardiola will win the game straight away. I see both teams scoring, but the better team will win. This is a difficult game. I can't be bold to say Guardiola has his team. Unfortunately, the Ryan Shekis has not worked for Guardiola. Ryan Shekis has not worked for him. Umar Mamush worked last season, but due to some injuries, he's struggling a little bit. The only key thing for what?
Tijani Rendes.
Yeah, Tijani Rendes is doing well.
Who hasn't worked out that far.
Yeah, he's doing well. But currently, man, if you take Erling Haaland out, their goals are done. Right.
And so recently checking their goal chart, Erling Haaland is having 12. The second player on even their goal chart is a player not playing for Manchester due to own goals. That is Esteve.
Yeah, Esteve. Yeah. So Ben, as I was saying, if Bournemouth will be able to put the brakes on Erling Haaland or cut the supply to Erling Haaland, Bournemouth will have it because players can match. They can match City, not in terms of the quality, but in terms of the hard work. Bournemouth can match City. So if they're able to put the brakes on Erling Haaland and cut the supply to Erling Haaland, that is coming. Basically now, Tijani Rangers has been the creative spark in the team currently. He has been the most creative player. Since Kevin De Bruyne left, Bernardo Silva has dropped a little bit. The boys are aging. I mean, they've seen it all. Therefore, if Andoni will be able to stop Tijani Rangers or any creative midfielder from supplying to Erling Haaland, I think they can match City boot for boot.
Okay. So, as we are coming to the end of the show, I want us to give our viewers what we should expect from the Premier League. So, we'll go with game by game. Then I'll give them the teams we are tipping to win and also add it up with the scoreline they should bet on when they are going to MyBet.Africa, if they are going to be goals or what we think about the scoreline. So let me start with Akwesi. Brighton against Leeds. Who is going to win and what will be the scoreline?
I think this is also a walkover win for Brighton. Yes, walkover win.
Okay, what will be the scoreline?
Against the scoreline? Oh yeah, okay. I think this will be a 2 goals against Leeds.
Okay, a 2 goals against Leeds. Prince, let's look at Crystal Palace against Brentford. 2 difficult sides.
2 win against Leeds.
Yeah, so Crystal Palace against Brentford.
Yes.
And Crystal Palace is playing home. I think the previous game they lost against Arsenal, so probably they want to come in very hard in this game. And Brentford also has their set piece magic in there with their long throws and all that. So this game might be a draw. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be tough. It might be a draw. Maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw over there.
Okay. Ralph, let's look at West Ham against Newcastle. West Ham have been very poor under Nuno Espirito Santo. Newcastle are grinding results here and there. Looking at this game, who do you think is going to win the game? And also, what will be the scoreline?
Nuno Espirito Santo has to win a game for the West Ham fans to lift their confidence. He will need time to work. But Newcastle is also a very difficult side to beat. It will be difficult. But I see Newcastle beating them away. Difficult one, but I see Newcastle beating them. He has not gotten his team yet. West Ham have not shipped up properly. Newcastle will beat them away.
Okay.
2-0.
Okay. 2-0 for Newcastle. Prince, the last one, Sunderland against Everton. At Sunderland's Park. Sunderland against Everton.
That's also another tough game because I think Everton lost their last game to Tottenham.
Yeah.
And Sunderland also won against Chelsea.
Yes.
Let me give it to Sunderland. Sunderland will win this game. I guess a slight margin. 2-1 win for Sunderland. Because Salah is
Ben.
playing home. Salah is playing home, right?
Yeah. First, let me add to your point. If there's anything that will boost Salah's confidence, it's a Chelsea win. Their confidence is skyrocketing now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are looking at the EPL preview. We started with the Tottenham Spurs versus Chelsea, and we gave you in-depth details on all the games, what we expect, and if you are going on to MyBet.Africa, what you should also bet on. Go on to the description, click the link, register, and be part of the MyBet.Africa family. And with our in-depth analysis we've given you, you can come up with 1 or 2 selections to bet on our platform. So thank you all for watching the EPL preview. Thank you, Raf. Thank you, Prince. And also thank you, Akwesi, for joining us.